Ameghino is the most famous scientist in all of South America. If you fly to Argentina, you'll notice there's schools named after Ameghino. There's hydroelectric dams and lakes named after him. There's parks. He is well revered, but he was a shyster. In 1890s to about 1910, he found five ape-men. They're called Tetrapathomo and Homo pampeus and da 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 da. And he said, I found the evolution of ape to man in these five ape-men right here in Argentina. The scientists from the Smithsonian, Aleš Hrdlička, flew to Buenos Aires to look at his ape-man and talk to him while he was still alive. And Hrdlička, when he picked up the ape-man that I'm talking about here is called Tetrapathomo. It was a neck bone from the top neck bone and a leg bone. When he picked up the neck bone, he noticed it was lightweight. And when he tapped it against his teeth, it was soft, like an animal bone that was buried recently. It wasn't fossilized. Hrdlička interviewed the scientists and found that Ameghino had lied. Ameghino wrote that when the fossil neck bone came to the museum, it was embedded in rock. And he then gave two scientists that and quoted them saying, this is true. It was embedded in rock. But when Hrdlička interviewed them, they said, no, we never said that. He made that up. We never said it. It came to the museum in dirt like a recently buried human being. It was a human neck bone. The second fraud he committed was Ameghino was the world's expert on procyonids, or the raccoon family. And he had taken a raccoon leg bone and said this was an ape-man leg bone. Well, if anybody could identify a raccoon leg bone, it would be this man. He named two of the genus groups of the raccoon family. And yet he made this case that there were 18 hallmarks on there that it's a human femur, even though it's from the raccoon family. Then the last fraud that I'm going to mention that he did is he picked up an ordinary piece of pumice. You know, that's like the lava rock. You can put it in your garden. Anybody could identify pumice. And he was also a professor of geology at the National University in Buenos Aires. And he said, no, this is not a piece of pumice. This is the remnants of an ape-man fireplace. Now, you just couldn't be that stupid. I mean, that just, with all the other things he did, that is fraudulent. And Hrdlička called him out on it and said, you know, it's just ordinary lava rock. It's nothing.